If you manage to survive all 3 pits, you'll have 2 paths you could take. If you head right, you'll find a 1-up, and the other way, you'll end up just getting a few treasures. It's not worth it if you're having trouble with the carts. Also, if you grab the treasures and go back to where the first mirror was, the one that you couldn't enter at the beginning, you'll be warped through it and it'll send you back to your computer room, and guess what? You lost all your fucking money that you picked up in Transylvania. What kind of bullshit is that? So back at the mirror that took you to the room with the carts. If you walk into the wall here, you'll discover that there's another illusion wall, which leads to 2 mirrors. The first one will send you back here to the area with all the armor suits. So you want to go into the one on the right, which will take you to the hallway just before the boss. Here you'll do battle with Magica Dispel. She has 2 attacks. She'll fire lightning bolts that travel in 3 directions, or she'll turn into a vulture and fly across the room. When she's flying, she'll sometimes be up high, down low, or across the middle. Only Pogo attack her if she's at the bottom. If you're close to her when she lands, attack her quickly and steer yourself to the opposite side of her attack to avoid the lightning. After killing her, you'll get the gold crest thing and it's 2 down and 3 to go. Next up is the African Mines. Not too long into this level, you'll run into Louis, who tells you that you need a key to get past this door, and the key is in Transylvania. This information could have been more useful when I was already in Transylvania, but it turns out you can't find the key in the actual Transylvania level. You have to go directly from the mines. So you know where the key is? It's in that mirror that you couldn't go through earlier unless you came from the ceiling. So you grab the key, go back to the computer room, and then back to the mines, and now you can go through the door. So that was pretty pointless. After climbing down the chain, there's an illusion wall to your left where you can find an extra life. There's another cart ride you have to take, only this time, for whatever reason, Scrooge's nephews are inside it, and they get taken down with the cart whether you make it or not. You run into Webby, who introduces you to the seesaw, although it's not much of a seesaw because there's only 1 platform, so it's more like a catapult. Anyway, when it sends you flying, be ready to pogo the slug thing as soon as you land. After climbing the chain, you'll be nearing the boss. But let's stop right here. There's another route you could have taken. Instead of going left to the illusion wall, you head right where you'll find Mrs. Beakley providing you with 11 pounds of fattening desserts. Then leap into this pit and pogo jump your way across all these green dugs. After getting past all the green guys, open up this chest and grab the ring. That's one of the 2 hidden treasures you need to get the good ending. Right after that, you go down this way, and you're way the hell at the end. So that's a quick route. But to get enough money to get the good ending, you might want to head back and take the scenic route, just so you can get more money. So anyway, onto the boss. You fight this yellow king slug guy, and he's pretty easy. You just pogo attack and jump over him as he rolls in your direction. He'll roll all the way around to one side, then come back to the middle where he'll just hop up and down before rolling again. The Himalayas start off on the snowy mountain where you have to deal with rabbits under the snow and wild mountain goats. If you try to pogo jump off the snow, it won't work. You'll just get stuck in it temporarily. The first rope leading down is a quick way to the boss, but if you want the cash, skip over it. Toward the end of the mountain, there's an illusion floor. Man, what's with this game and all the fake floors and walls? Another level down and you'll spot Launchpad, but you might want to wait before you head back to Duckburg. Go down another level and head all the way to the left. You'll find Bubba trapped in the ice. Boy, these little fuckers should not have come along on this trip. They get kidnapped and killed in wooden carts and frozen in ice. This adventure shit is not their forte. So you knock the barrel into the wall to give yourself a boost up to pogo Bubba out of the ice. He puts a hole in the wall and you get an extra hit point from this star. So you should have 5 at this point. So now you can go back, explore the above level, and then get Launchpad to fly you back. When heading left through the middle level, remember that the ice you're walking on is slippery, and you can end up sliding right into an enemy. So after climbing this rope, head into the nook to avoid the giant blue rotting tomato. Then when you get to the top, use this Beagle Boy up here as a boost to get to this hidden area to grab the treasure. After that, once you jump on this yellow platform, it'll start moving, but don't be fooled into thinking you need to keep up with it. All you really need to do is reach the first ice block and you're all set. Right after this is the boss, the Abominable Snowman. He'll take 2 giant leaps from one wall to the other before punching it and causing an avalanche of snow. Snow comes down pretty slowly so you can dodge it fairly easily. When he makes his first jump toward the middle of the screen, that's when you want to attack him. You can also get a quick hit while he's against the wall as long as you do it early before the avalanche comes down. Repeat the process and he's done for. The moon is the only level we haven't gone through yet, and it's pretty weird how Scrooge is even on the moon in the first place. No spaceship to get there, no astronaut suit or anything. He's so fucking rich that he can just fly out there in a minute's notice in his formal attire. Anyway, the moon is probably my favorite level in the game. It's one of the few levels where you can't take shortcuts, and you have to acquire a few particular items in order to get to the boss. Plus the music is badass. If you walk straight across the level, you'll find a wall where Huey tells you need to find Gizmo Duck's remote control and he can blast through the wall. So when you get to the first rope at the beginning, climb up and head right. Go up the rope at the end, head up 2 floors and head left where Webby will tell you that you need to get a key to get through the door. So go back up the rope and being very careful to pogo jump across these red squid aliens and the spikes, you'll find the second hidden treasure that you'll need to get the good ending. So now you have both treasures, and it's up to whether or not you can nab the $10 million. So go back and climb the rope above the one you came in at the beginning. If you head right, you'll find Launchpad who'll give you a ride back to Earth and his dinky ass helicopter from the moon. Yeah, that's not exactly possible. So if you head left, you'll find the key to the locked door where Webby was. You go in there and 3 red squid shits are guarding Gizmo Duck's remote control. How his remote control got locked into a confined room on a UFO hovering over the moon is anyone's guess. But then again, I guess stranger things have happened in this game alone. Like how Scrooge and his nephews and Launchpad are just casually wandering around the moon and inside a spaceship without any equipment. And how the kids are all over the place without any parental supervision despite the dangerous environment and Scrooge could give 2 shits about it. Anyway, you get the remote and head back to the wall where Gizmo Duck comes out and nearly fries you to death with his shot to the wall. You go down and a few Beagle Boys later you're at the boss, a giant rat. You don't want to attack him while he's in the air. You might get a hit, but he'll go right through it and nail you too. Your best move is to time your hit for right when he lands on the platform, or you can jump down and hit him when he's pouncing in the middle while completely still. This is the most challenging boss in the whole game, so you should be pretty satisfied after defeating it. Your reward is a block of green cheese. Scrooge came all the way to the moon for green cheese. So after beating all 5 levels, Scrooge chucks the treasures about the room. Oh, he doesn't give a shit. Oh wait, that was the game's way of telling you that the treasures were stolen from him. Well, it looks like Dracula Duck took the treasures and is inviting you to get them back. Now, if you're Dracula, and you're gonna steal what Scrooge already stole, why bother telling him where to go to find them? You know he's gonna. These villains and their egos. It's like they have to have a final battle every time instead of just sitting on it. Anyway, you're sent back to Transylvania for the 3rd time in the game. In this outing, you can't collect money, so just head straight for the boss room where you'll run into Count Duckula. I mean, Dracula Duck. Whatever. He's pretty damn easy. He floats in the air and sends a bat after you. Just pogo yourself off the bat and onto Dracula. He'll disappear and reappear in another spot. Repeat the process until he's all done. But then wait a second. Blumgold shows up, being carried by Magica as a vulture, and challenges you to a race to the top to get the treasures. All you have to do is climb, and since you're much faster than him, you'll get there first. And that's the end of the game. So Scrooge McDuck has solidified his status as richest duck in the world. You see him jumping around like a maniac, although if I went through all the bullshit he went through and had all the money laying out in front of me, I'd be pretty fucking happy too. The only real difference between the good ending and the regular ending is that Scrooge will have a crown on his head, sitting in a pile of money, and the newspaper article has different text. Then you get a cutscene with some dialogue between the nephews and Scrooge. Although the good ending isn't drastically different from the regular ending, it's interesting that there's even an alternate ending to begin with, as this wasn't too common during the NES days. All in all, DuckTales is a very solid game that does justice to the TV show. Like I said earlier, the game could have been a little bit longer, and the bosses could have used some additional attacks, but this is definitely worth checking out if you haven't played it already. There's also a less popular sequel, DuckTales 2, but we'll save that one for a later date. So this has been another edition of Aqualung Game Reviews. See you next time.